What's up, everybody? It's Broken Bones here, and welcome back to another episode here on the KRUSTYKRAFT server. Today is episode 6. Yes, it is. And as always, it's raining and it's nighttime. It seems like it's always like that when I want to film. But anyway, we're going to go inside and get out of the rain and just check out my new house. If you guys missed last episode, this is my new house here in Spawn, and it looks beautiful. I'm so happy with it. Shelville helped me design it, so a big shout out to her. And KO Dave also offered a few hands, and also a few other people helped me with some of the supplies. So big shout out to everybody on the crew that helped me out. But look at this place. This place is so nice. I'm so happy that I finally got a home. And the reason why we're starting things out today is because one of the things that I want to tackle today is building an actual bed, just a place to actually spawn with a real bed, and have that back here and do some redstone to actually make it to where when you walk up here, the door opens and lets you sleep. But that's not the only thing on today's list. The other thing is to actually finish lighting up this pathway. As you can see, some of it's lit, and without these torches, it would be lit. But yeah, we need to finish doing the glowstone underneath the leaves. The other project for today is the shopping district right here in the end. We need to get the outdoor kiosk materials together. Well, I don't think we're going to be building anything in here today, but we need to round all this stuff up so that way in a future episode we can actually start building here. And the main project on today's list is to get this Guardian Temple completely drained. We destroyed it a couple episodes ago, and now we need to actually drain the water out of it and make it to where we don't have any more of these guys spawning, because we need to dig this all the way down to bedrock. And another thing, for some reason I left KRUSTYKRAFT over here AFK. A creeper walked in and blew up part of our chest, which is really quite annoying. I mean, we're going to have to rebuild this now. Which, that was the easy part. ManBearPig actually came over and actually helped me out with the floor. I put in all the chests. The hard part is going to be replacing the items that used to be in here. Man, that's going to be tough, especially since I wanted to go build some stuff today. Which might put a big dampener on things. I have a busy schedule today, and I don't think we're going to get it all done. We're going to go ahead and see what we can do and try our best. Also, too, this was built last episode, but I didn't have a chance to show it off. Tranquil Lake by Shell. Shell, in the actual time-lapse of this thing, was in the background building this lake. I was wondering what I was looking at, and look at how beautiful this place is. This place is awesome. She's built this little lake with, like, a little bench right here, and just a bunch of custom trees, which look really cool. And look at all the decorations she's got in the actual pond here. Buttons, and coral, and sea pickles, and... oh my goodness, fish even, look at that. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Shelville's also built this too with some of the crew members, and I just can't believe, all I did was I helped her with the material list. I went around in her creative world and just listed every single material that is used here, and before I could even hop on next, she's got it built. She is so quick. And check this out. Bambi brought this over and gave it to me, a box of redstone stuff, which is so nice of her. I can't believe she did that. Thank you so much there, Bambi. Unfortunately, though, we don't have any pistons. I have 5 right here, but we need a few more. And yeah, we need to go get some cobblestone because I'm all out of cobble. It's been a long time since I've done this. But in the end, look at that. We've been able to make all the pistons we need. Bambi also made us some observers, but however... I need 5, and she only made 4. And the other day, the creeper blew up our nether stuff, which I think was like right here. So now we're mining for quartz in the nether, and just going, look at that, I just found some. Which now we can finally make that observer. I was just coming back to my spawn house to grab some more materials, and I noticed that Brent's house is either done or almost done. I think it's almost done. The top's not quite done. But look at the underside and the overside. He used a lot of prismarine stuff too. I love the way it looks. And now I finally grabbed everything that I'm going to need to go ahead and build our little bedroom right here. And the first thing that we're going to need is a pressure plate for the input right there. Now, to make this work, I'm going to need 3 different circuits. We're going to be using the sand as my door, and that's going to fall down. So I'm going to need a circuit that lets that sand fall down, and then we're going to push it over sideways. I'm going to need another circuit that's going to go ahead and push that sand back up, and then a third circuit to go ahead and push it back over and close the door when we exit. What can I get? Oh! Creeper! I almost did it again. No! No! It just blew up all my shit. Again. God. Oh, I can't explain to you how much I hate creepers. But other than that, we're doing pretty good. We got ourselves our first circuit in. Shell's up here just spectating, just watching some of the redstone go in. And so what we have is we have our piston right here underneath our pressure plate. This one's being butted for the last circuit, the third circuit. This one over here is a observer, which is powering this piston, which is going to allow us to have two different pulses go into this piston right here, which I actually need to place this by going over here. This is actually going to bud our piston, so we're actually powering this piston to go ahead and get a reaction out of this piston right here, if I can actually place that in the correct orientation. There we go. Next, we need to go ahead and place in a slab right here on this piston, because we're going to put redstone on here. We don't want that to get powered. And then we can put 2 blocks right there. The rest is all redstone. Let's go ahead and grab that. And let's go ahead and put this right there. There we go. That's going to connect. That's going to be an issue. I wonder if I can just put that right on top of that redstone right there. That'll go ahead and disconnect that. That's going to be our walls. It's going to go ahead and go all the way just like this right there. And yeah, that's going to look pretty good. Skipping ahead to the third circuit, which is the piston that goes in right here, that's going to need to be powered. And the reason why we're skipping it is because the access to that piston is behind circuit number 2. So in order to build this, you had to do it this way. But what we need now is we need to go ahead and hook this up with the redstone. Let's go ahead and hook this all up right there. Over here, we're going to need 2 repeaters, again on 6 ticks. That's 3 and 3. There we go. That should be good. And then over here, we need to link all this up, all these slabs right here. Need to put redstone there, and redstone here, and redstone all along here until we get to this observer over here, and that'll go ahead and give it a pulse every other time we step in. Next, we're going to go ahead and take the concrete powder and place that in. This is going to be where my door is at, and that piston right there is going to be what's going to go ahead and push this over on these slabs right here. So we need to fill this in right here, just like this. There we go. And even up there if we can get that. There we are. All right, then we have one piece down here. We also have a piston that's going to push all this sand or this concrete powder up. And then we also have another sticky piston that's going to pull this concrete powder over. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot. This piece of concrete powder can't be there because then that piston can't push it over because it's up against that piston. Second attempt, let's go ahead and try it again. Only 1 bit fell that time. Haha, look at this. More redstone finagling. It looks like we need to put a block right there. They say the third time's a charm. Let's see if they're right. Let's see if this works. Oh no, what happened? Well, that needed to be done. Alright, fingers crossed. Let's go and try it again. Oh, what? What is going on? Ah, I forgot part of this circuit. This circuit right here is supposed to be like this. It's supposed to have that right there. That's supposed to be a block. I think that can be a block right there, right? That's okay. Yep, I don't think that's powering anything. That's cool. All right, now let's go ahead and put this over here. We need to go ahead and bring a sticky piston right here along with a observer, and then that's going to go ahead and go into a block here. We need to make this a full block just by doing that. There we go. And that'll go ahead and get powered just by that. That needs to be powered every other time we walk in. Oh my goodness, this was such a hard thing to find. This block right here that's powering this piston is also butting that piston, which makes it extend fully, which makes it to where this whole thing breaks. And so there's a bit of a flaw in my design, and I think I know a way to fix it. So I've removed those repeaters, and we're going to replace those right here. We're just going to go ahead and go like this and like that, and we're going to use the actual blocks of my build to go ahead and place the redstone dust on. Oh, I just thought, these are stairs. These aren't going to carry the redstone signal. They're transparent blocks. Boy, oh boy, this sure has become the complicated situation. However, I think I've managed to wire up a pretty good solution. I think if we go ahead and put some redstone dust right here, along with another 3-tick repeater, can I place that? There we go. 4 ticks, 3 ticks, there we are. And then a couple bit of redstone dust. This repeater here should power that, and this block shouldn't mess with anything. And finally, after messing with a few timings and getting rid of a few blocks and changing some stuff up, I believe this thing is ready to use. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Let's try it out. I think I actually did that the wrong way. Yep, I did. I was trying to open the door on the closing sequence, but now it's ready to go. Let's go ahead and see. Come on, a little bit of lag. There we are. Oh, I probably messed it up. Alright, finally, this time, I promise, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. There we go. There's the opening. And then when we go ahead and sleep, when we come back out, there's the closing. One thing that I hadn't really thought of was how I'm going to get it out. Like, say if I die and I spawn inside this little room, I have no way out. I need to make a way out. And I think we can actually go right under here. I'm going to go ahead and take these out, and we're going to let these concrete blocks break just like that. There we go. All right, and I think if we go ahead and complete these up with slabs just like this, we can take a couple repeaters just like that. Yes, and some redstone just like that. And then once we actually come up here, we'll be able to place some sand on top of that. Yeah? Is that right? Yep. There we go. And then this should also hold sand too. Look at that. That's looking good. So here's the little room that I've made for my bed, and we're just going to put in the final touches right now, putting in the sand, or not the sand, but the concrete powder. Putting that all in. Let's get that in right there. We even need to do this one right here. I got the dark oak fences for going in here. Should look pretty good. There we go. And there we go. Alright, then also the button. We need a button right here. And of course a bed. We need a bed, and that's going to go right there. There we go. Now we should be able to press this button. Oh, So what's happening is the concrete powder heap, I want to call it sand. Once this piston pushes over the first piece, the second piece falls, and then it breaks, and that's what happens on top of these. It'll sit there and hover, just like this one is, but it'll only sit there if it's staying still. Once it's falling, it'll break on top of it, and that's something I didn't take into consideration, but I think I've got a fix for this. We're going to go ahead and take that out, and we're going to get some planks here. We're going to put that here, just like this, and then that one also here, just like that. And then I believe once we put the floor in, let's see if we can do that. If we put the floor in, I believe we can go ahead and place our button in, just like that, and then we can go and put this back, and that way our sand won't break, and I believe that's it done. Now, I believe if we wanted to close it, we could just walk right on out. Something might have happened just because it broke last time. Which it did. I just thought about it. The concrete powder didn't go over because it broke, so it had nothing to push over. Let's go ahead and put that back, and let's go ahead and try out our new bedroom area where we can actually set our spawn at. There we go. And I guess I would actually have to stand on that, but say we went in there, slept in our bed, and we hit this. That's interesting. It powers that one. Of course that button would power that. It's... Gosh darn it. I wonder what we're going to do about that. I wonder if I could actually take a repeater. I wonder if we could just put that on one more tick. We'll put that on one more tick. We'll put a repeater right here. And that should get rid of that powering. Let's see if that works. And actually, let's just leave that on one tick. We'll put our block back and try it again. Alright. Final time, I think. No promises. No promises. Let's see if it works. Walk on in. There we go. We can come on in. We're going to go ahead and sleep, which you can't sleep. It's not nighttime yet. And then once we walk out, we'll just walk right out, and then it would close up. That's right. And then if we were to spawn in there, let's go ahead and see if we were to like spawn in there. Whoops. Let's go ahead and take that out, and we'll go ahead and take these out here too. We'll take these out. Okay, now if we were to spawn in, it would be more like this, where we don't even touch that pressure plate, and then we just press this button here. Alright, then we'd walk on out, and it closes right back up. Perfect. So next we're going to go ahead and start lighting up the pathway. So we're going to go ahead and dupe all this glowstone here. I've been duping a little bit here with my pick, and Lil Bren actually just came over and gave me his Fortune 3 pick. I've got a Fortune pick, but it's only got Fortune 1 on it. There it is. And it just doesn't work quite as well. So big shout out to you there, Lil Bren. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, look at how fast you can place blocks. This is awesome. Now that we got plenty of glowstone, I'm going to go ahead and unlight some of this area, just to make it to where I can tell which ones haven't been done. Yeah, you can totally tell. These have been done, these haven't. So now we need to go ahead and place the glowstone with the leaves on top, and it just makes it look so good. Look at how much better this looks, all lit up with no torches. I mean, this is what torches look like. I came down here to do the glowstone, and I happened to find a big patch of sand. We're going to go and collect some of it, because, yeah, I like using concrete, and concrete uses a lot of sand, and so does TNT. Wow, look at this. We've got a lot of sand out of here, and there's still more to get, but I'm not going to be getting any more because I finally dug a hole outside, and I just realized, yeah, we're not going to be digging out all this sand. I don't think so. Well, we've been working for around about almost 2 hours, probably maybe an hour and a half. And look at this, we're almost wrapping around. Here's the part that's not done yet. And then we're almost done, almost to the part where it's lit up again. Well, now everything's done. Everything's looking really good. And it seemed like no matter how many of these we did, we took a lap around and we found more that hadn't been done yet. Shelville actually gave me a big hand with it. I gave her some leaves and some glowstone to go ahead and help me out. So part of this was due to her too. And so big shout out to Shelville. Now it's time to go back home and we're going to go ahead and get started on the Guardian Temple. So here we are at the Guardian Temple, where we're going to go ahead and drain this thing in today's episode. And right now, we've got a couple of shulker boxes here with melons in there. This is all my regular stuff, and then over here, even some more melons. And so we're going to be using melons because they're a block that doesn't stick to slime blocks, and that's an easy block to obtain since we have an automatic farm. So we're going to be placing these down at the bottom on the outside. This is the corner of the Guardian Temple here, by the way. We're going to be placing these on the outside right about here, along all the way around to the other corner and all the way around the entire perimeter. And that'll make it to where when we clear out the water, the outside water won't be coming in. Done without some gapples or something like that.
I found my gapples.
Whoa.
You need to get out of there, Bones. Look at you. You're getting look.
I know what's happening. I'm fully aware. I will take you up on some gapples. I'm getting tired of this.
I'm going to put them in this shulker right here.
Alright, that'll work. Thank you, Shell.
There you go.
Appreciate it. Cool, now we can actually get something done, right?
Yep. Well, until those run out, I gave you half of what I got.
Okay.
And
Thank
then
you
I'll
very
have
much.
to make more.
Well, we've just gone through our first inventory of materials. As you can see, I've got no more melons left, and this is how far along we are. We've come up, I don't know, maybe about 8 layers or so, something like that. And yeah, it's going actually pretty fast. The very beginning was a little bit sketchy because these guys are constantly shooting at you. But now that we got a little bit of a wall, you can kind of hide behind it. It makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, we don't need pumpkins right now. Yep.
And actually, pumpkins will work too. I just thought about that. Pumpkins would work too. And you know what? Just for the sake of it, we'll go ahead and use pumpkins. Just because these just look better, I guess, is the reason why I did that. But I hadn't even thought about it. But yeah, pumpkins will work too. Well, I thought a full double chest of melons would get us there, but it got us about halfway, and so we resorted to using pumpkins. Shell got a little ahead of me and started using pumpkins earlier. That's why this is kind of messed up. But this isn't permanent. We're going to be taking this down after we get the Guardian Farm built, and so I don't really care how it looks. And honestly, it's easier. The pumpkins are a lot easier to do. You don't have to craft nothing. With the melons, you have to use the melon slices and craft the melon. Yeah, a lot more work. This is a lot easier. I don't know why I didn't think about this in the first place. Wow, we've just kept on moving and moving and moving. And look at this, we've only got 3 more blocks until we hit the surface. And we're just getting started on the final row. Once we get this one done, we'll be all done. And that's all that said and done. Next, we need to go ahead and build the water sweepers. We're going to be building some big slime block redstone thingy that actually goes through the water and takes it out and lowers itself down all the way down to the bottom, make it to where we don't really have to do anything to remove the water like we did last season with sponges, and we had to deal with these guys. And the more cells that we emptied, the more guardians were in the other cells, and that's because they couldn't spawn anywhere else. And finally, when we got to the last cell, it was packed full of guardians, and it was almost impossible to do it with sponges. And so I think this is going to be a lot easier this season. Not to mention, putting this wall up went up so fast. So we're going to continue draining it out, and to do that, we're going to need a lot of pistons. And pistons require a lot of cobblestone, which is why we're over here at the cobble gen. I've never actually used this thing, so yeah, it's actually pretty quick. And believe it or not, I needed about a double chest full of cobblestone just to make these observers and these pistons. That was so much put into that. But anyway, we got all the materials that we need now to go ahead and start building this. We have all the slime, obsidian, and other materials that we have. And so we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to be building this thing in a first-person time-lapse. And also, when we finally get it all constructed, we'll go ahead and drain the ocean out in a third-person time-lapse. So, here we go, and I hope you guys enjoy. Wow, this machine certainly did do its job. It drained out all the water where the guardian temple used to be. And as you can see, we've got just one block more of water that's on top of the stone down there, and then some in the deeper areas. But that's because some of this area goes down to bedrock. We're not going to be draining this entire thing out with this machine. We're actually going to be using some sponges here, and we're going to do some mining too. So we need to actually go ahead and get down there and start mining this out, which we need a beacon, a conduit, some sponges, and some things like that. On second thought, we've decided to leave the flying machines in, and we're going to go ahead and take out all the land. We have a conduit, and it's given us haste 2, along with a beacon that's given us regen, the compliments of Ted. And we got a few people over here, including a new person, Pogs, and he's giving us a hand tearing everything out and collecting all the items. So this should go pretty quickly, and hopefully we'll get down to bedrock, and then we'll go ahead and turn the machine back on and drain all the water out. Well, we're making good progress, but as you can see, my pick's about to break, and these other 2 picks, these aren't efficiency 5. Look at how much slower that is compared to this, but I mean, I really want to use this pick, and so I think I'm going to go to the end and go mend it up. These guardians are a real pain in the butt, I'll tell you what. And not only that, as you can see, this water isn't down all the way. These fly machines hit some stone before they got a chance to take out the water at this last level. They've been spawning right here at the top. And so what I need to do is I need to actually get these things working again and at least take out this top layer of water here. So I believe this flying machine would have moved had it actually been activated without stone underneath it. So let's go ahead and take this bit out so that way this observer doesn't power that piston. And we need to just activate this as if it was going to be activated. So let's see, I think we need to actually activate this right there. Yep, that worked. That worked. These 2 flying machines got stuck out in the middle, and I think we can start these up pretty easily. All we got to do is that. There we go. There's one. All right, then we can start up this one too. Yep, this one's just going to get started right there. That should start. There we go, just a little bit of lag. Well, I had to steal the blocks out from underneath Ted's regen beacon here, and that's because we're going to send this slime machine off, and I don't want the slime box to stick, which, now that I look at it... Oh yeah, that was going to totally hit. I was just wondering, I was like, oh, that wouldn't have hit, but now, yeah, that would have hit. So we need to go ahead and activate this. Let's go ahead and activate it here really quick. Let's see here. I think if we just go right here, we need to take this block out too first. Sorry, that doesn't power that up again. Oh, well, we'll collect that. There we go. All right, now we need to go ahead and power that up. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and put that block back, and that needs to go back there too. There it comes back. It just got sent back, and here it comes. Nice. Okay, so that one's working. Alright, and I believe this is the last one that really needs to go, and I don't think this observer is going to get updated, so we can just go ahead and power this right there. Uh-oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. Alright, I'm pretty sure I fixed this one. I'm pretty sure all we have to do is that. This should go forward and send back. Awesome. So I've reconstructed the beacon, and now we have regeneration again, which is awesome. And as you can see, all the water has been removed down to the bottom of the... Here's another drown right here. Down to the bottom of the melon blocks, which is the bottom of the spawnable spaces for the guardians. So that means that there should be no more guardians down here, which means we should have a nice peaceful time excavating all this. But look at how much we have left. I don't think we're going to finish this in today's episode, but that's okay. We're going to pick up where we left off. We're going to continue digging this out, and then we'll turn this machine back on and clear everything out just like we did before in next episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today, and if you guys did, please remember to smack that like button for me, subscribe if you're new, ring that notification bell, and share this video with all your friends. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I'm Broken Bones, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, everybody.